Bankers at Goldman Sachs are taking a little meander off of Wall Street onto Main Street. They're going to be lending to consumers, or that's the plan at least, online. Bit of a new venture.
Yeah, it sounds like a startup, doesn't it? It's like one of these many online lending platforms we keep hearing about, Lending Club or Prosper or...
What kinds of customers are they initially targeting?
Well, at the moment, I mean, it's very early days. They've only just hired someone last month from Discover credit card business to help them set this up. But it seems like they want to get into lending to consumers, probably, although not exclusively, probably those who find it hard to get loans elsewhere. So you think about after the crisis, subprime borrowers could always get money before the crisis, and then the crisis made everyone, all the banks think, hey, maybe not. So it's people like them. It's those who may not have easy access to credit despite not being
probably
bad
a cut
credit.
Above subprime and below,
yeah,
too, right?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, you look at someone like Citigroup owned One Main, which is just sold to Springleaf, and that was very much its subprime business. They wouldn't make as much money as payday lenders, but they made a decent amount of money, almost 7% return on assets last year. That's 7 times more than what most big banks make. So we're not really expecting Goldman to go quite for that business, but they won't be able to avoid some of it because you want to be able to charge decent interest rates. Otherwise, there's no point doing it, right? And Goldman's not going to do anything if they don't think they can make a decent coin in it. So it's then they may also eventually expand into small businesses, another area where banks have sort of left them behind, or at least they've saddled them with enough bureaucracy.
There's also online entrants kind of rushing into that
Absolutely,
space.
Yeah. You've got Bond Street and a few others looking at that. And then, one of the best things about this from the point of view of a new entrant is you don't have to worry about branches. You can go online. You can also use a great deal more tools than banks used to have access to using technology. You can do things like looking at Facebook and LinkedIn, which may be just apocryphal or anecdotal, but it's useful. LinkedIn especially, do you have a job? You can hand over your information to your bank account so that can be searched. Your phone number apparently is now a great source of data, which I'm sure the CIA would agree with.
Do we think there's maybe some ulterior motives beyond just making money for Goldman? I know that's anathema generally, but I mean, is there? I mean, we've talked a little bit about the idea that in the crisis, Goldman didn't have consumers.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Wholesale bank,
absolutely.
So.
I mean, there's a couple things. Firstly, why not do it? If money can be made, we can do it. We can sell it if we don't like it. But Goldman Sachs, a purely wholesale bank, was the first one, really the first one to get absolutely pillared in the crisis. The first one hauled over the coals by the SEC.
Right.
We all
before Congress.
Hauled up before Congress. Now everyone had their role in the end, their role to play in that in the end. But Goldman was the first one hauled up, and that sticks with you as a bank. So if you think, okay, if we get some consumer borrowers here, then maybe in the next crisis there'll be a little bit more of a constituency to say, this is not just some highfalutin Wall Street guys. Now, it's a hard argument to make in some respects. I don't remember many people standing up and saying, don't let my bank fail in the crisis. But yeah, I think it's still a valid argument to have.
All right, we will leave it there. Keep an eye on that and be back with more Breaking Views tomorrow.